The Holy Messenger says that the universe needs to pass a message on to you. It relates to the exceptional karma you will incite later on in an astonishing defining moment in your life. Somebody you or know all about has been feeling overpowered as of late, and you have been at the forefront of their thoughts explicitly. They review a critical second when you needed to pursue a significant choice. It was unforeseen, however not generally so startling as the choice you at last made. The heavenly messengers referenced that you acted all the way abnormal in their eyes, leaving them confounded and considering what you were thinking when you went with that decision. Does any of this sound recognizable to you? It's reasonable in the event that it doesn't, as understanding the hearts and brains of others can challenge. A great many people are engrossed with their own difficulties and miss the mark on time, energy, or understanding to fathom the contemplations and feelings of everyone around them. In any case, your divine messengers are offering this message to you on purpose. You may not know about it, yet the choice you made that day can possibly resound into the future and emphatically completely change you. As we dive into this message, it's significant to recognize the presence of free synchronicity signs. These signs are vital as they assist you with interpreting the message and act as direction. Wellsprings of best of luck pushing ahead. Presently, how about we dig into the center of the message? Your choice shocked this individual, leaving them captivated about the secret profundities inside you. This newly discovered interest might prompt a life-changing occasion. To emphasize, they are confused by your decision and question the thinking behind it. You have been possessing their contemplations as of late, and this is probably not going to change at any point in the near future. It is estimable the way that adroit you are at grasping the hearts and aims of others. It's amazing how well you can anticipate their actions even when they say no. Curiously, startling occasions will undoubtedly happen notwithstanding. For example, this individual has a sharp feeling of understanding individuals, especially your activities. In any case, you overcame their presumption in a critical way, leaving them dumbfounded. They want to examine this matter with you, however, are uncertain where to start. They long to appreciate your manner of thinking, as they value their ability for grasping the hearts and goals of their friends and family. They tried their best, but they couldn't have predicted what you would do. Subsequently, they question whether they really know you. This perspective might actually develop into certifiable appreciation or even love. Presently, we should address the principal synchronicity indication of the message, the fixed parchment. The fixed parchment is an image of synchronicity that is probably not going to be experienced beyond the web or certain specific situations. Famous media frequently depicts the look as an image of information, especially enchanted information from an earlier time. In this specific circumstance, a fixed parchment addresses information that is unreachable, which connects with your ongoing circumstance with this person. They are attempting to comprehend you, dissimilar to a fixed look over that bit by bit uncovers its items. In any case, you are turning out to be more interesting to them, very much like an unlocked parchment turns out to be more alluring. This individual has areas of strength for information and needs to dive more deeply into you. As referenced before, these synchronicity signs act as signals of best of luck. In this manner, in the event that you run over a fixed parchment on the web, whether in pictures or games, it will bring best of luck into your life. It is essential to take note of that fixed parchments can't stay stowed away until the end of time. They hold information ready to be uncovered. Subsequently, this individual is turning out to be progressively inspired by you. While they could have been at first fascinated by you, your horrific acts have created turmoil and re-established their craving to realize you better. Have you known about the term well-grounded people? A well-grounded individual has existed for quite a while and frequently shows flighty way of behaving. History buffs are normally viewed as deceptively mature people, and the individual who is confused by your new activities can be viewed as one also. Maybe both of you are deceptively mature people, and almost certainly, you have experienced each other in previous existences. Albeit the conversation of previous existences isn't the principal focal point of this message, your divine messengers maintain that you should know about it. The associations and connections you structure with others will get through longer than you might understand. Presently, how about we continue on toward the following synchronicity sign, the sundial. The sundial is an old strategy for telling time in view of the place of the sun. The sundial represents embracing current circumstances, and it tends to be deciphered in different ways. It goes past the usefulness of a clock, as it addresses the actual situating of divine bodies. This symbol demonstrates that life goes on regardless of the situation. Time continually pushes ahead, and keeping in mind that thinking about the past or plan for the future is adequate. The sundial energizes zeroing in on the present. As per your heavenly messengers, life is tied in with gaining from the past to make a superior future. Nonetheless, understanding your ongoing activities is similarly, while possibly not more, significant. Monitoring the current second permits you to recognize the genuine cravings of the universe. It is perfectly acceptable to take the time to appreciate the little pleasures in life. By pondering late activities through reflection, you might understand that committing regard for the present, as opposed to what was in store, prompted startling results. The vast majority have their sights set on the future, which is justifiable given society's accentuation on arranging and working for what lies ahead. This attitude checks out. However, maintaining equilibrium is essential. However exclusively centered around the future might pass up the excellence of the present, Heavenly Messenger says. Your heavenly messengers believe you should recall that esteeming the current second is fundamental for a satisfying life. According to Heavenly Messenger, with this comes the last sign, the hourglass. There is a sure stunner to the manner in which the hourglass works. It tells time similar as the sundial, yet it has an exceptional approach to doing as such. Certain individuals end up consumed in the demonstration of watching the hourglass. Like how one could feel while watching a sundial. There is magnificence in watching the ways of the world streaming lower. This is the excellence that your heavenly messengers encourage you to zero in on. Notice these three signs as they address far beyond you could think. I need to end with a request for you, ruler. May the ways of vulnerability that they track upon be enlightened by the insight of their startling choices, carrying them nearer to the secretive excellence of their own reality. As they stand at the intersection of disarray and adoration, award them the serenity to embrace the present, meshing the strings of time into an embroidery of direction. May your heart be a fixed parchment, ready to be unfurled in the possession of predetermination, while their spirit lines up with the sundial of life, tracking down comfort in the mood of each passing second. Let the hourglass of their process help them to remember the stunning polish in the progression of time, directing them to a more profound comprehension of the perplexing bonds that interface their past, present, and future. So be it. Your heavenly messengers leave with these words. This individual will ultimately move toward you concerning your activities and ask you for what valid reason you did what you did. Regardless of whether the expressions of this message could not altogether seem okay at this point,